Morning, everybody. How we doing today? Let's see. We got some fun stuff for you today. I'm gonna give a couple minutes so that everybody can join in. We have our little split-legged deadlift, 90-90 hip lift, side hip lift combination we've been doing today, and then we have a fun little Metcon for you today. With some lunges. We got dumbbell hang power clean, and for that if you want to. And then whatever weight you want to use for the split-legged deadlift, you can use any implement for that. So we'll talk a little bit about those. Right now, I'm just going to get warmed up just a wee bit. We don't need a ton of warm up. The initial movements will be most of our warm up today, and then we'll warm up the shoulders a little bit extra before we get into those dumbbell thrusters in the second half of the workout. Right now, what I want you to do, give me a big long lunge, back knee to the floor. You're gonna reach up, push your hips down forward, get into your hip flexor. And just take a little bit to settle in here. We're gonna go side to side. Just get everything on the sides loosened up here. And then we'll do the same thing on the other side. Again, sit into that hip flexor. Make sure you keep the glute engaged on that trailing side, just so you don't hyperextend here. We want this stretch to be where the femur meets the pelvic bone, not above the waist. All right, so you're not leaning back from the waist. And a little side to side here. Really focusing on the lean away from the trailing leg side. All right, guys, next up, we're gonna do some seesaws. So seesaws, try to give you a little side view. So arms out to the side, a little kick forward to establish balance, and raise that heel up in the back. We want to keep a nice straight line from heel to head and back. We're gonna do this 10 times. Want to keep the hips nice and level throughout the movement. Try to hold this level position for a second. Just nice full stop on each rep. That was 6. Do the same thing on the other leg. Again, just a little kick forward to establish the balance. Keep that toe pointing down in the back. Again, hips stay nice and level. All right, guys, that's all we really need for the warm-up today. So first movement we're gonna do, I'm gonna grab my kettlebell for this today. I'm gonna do a kind of a semi-centered position for this. So this is a split position deadlift. So the split position deadlift, I just want you to imagine your conventional deadlift position. All right, so I've got just my standard bilateral deadlift here. All right, I'm gonna hinge my hips back, little bend to the knee, and up. So the split position deadlift is basically that same motion. I'm just taking one foot out by kicking it forward, putting in this little straight leg position, kind of like when we do the scoops. Now, what you need to remember, even though you're going to feel more of a stretch in this off leg, it's actually this base leg that's going to be doing the work. So you don't really have any opportunity for leverage in this off leg. All right, so this is the leg that's going to be doing your work. You will feel a nice stretch in the hamstring of the off leg, but you're not doing any work there, okay? So this is where the action's happening, all right? And it's just like the conventional deadlift. So if I get my kettlebell in here, all right, coming up, down, let's see, we'll go off to the side here so we can move it here so you guys can get a better 45 view here. Here, I'm coming up, it's my conventional deadlift, all right? I take that 1 foot out of the picture, and it's still the same thing, all right? And glute on this base leg side is doing all the work, okay? So we're gonna do 8 to 12 reps on each side. How many reps you do is up to you. Now you can load this up. I'm going with a slightly heavier kettlebell today. So I'm going right in the middle here. If you wanted to, you could do this with a dumbbell on the, we call it, if you go to that off foot side, that's going to be your contralateral side. So the side away from the side that's doing work, I can do it same side, would be the ipsilateral side. And depending on what you're using, what implement you're using, don't feel like you need to make your implement make contact with the ground. You can see when I was using the dumbbell there, I wasn't necessarily touching the floor every time. Just focus on the hip, load into the glute, keep the back nice and flat. If that doesn't, depending on your arm length relative to your leg length, all right, and how much of a hinge you can get into that, if that doesn't give you enough range of motion to get your dumbbell to the floor, that's fine, all right? That dumbbell's not going to hang below your hand the way a kettlebell or even, the bottom of a plate on a barbell would. So if you're using a dumbbell, it's very possible you won't be able to get that to the ground. Don't feel like you're doing something wrong in that situation. Okay, it's just the fact that the bottom of the dumbbell is only coming an inch or two below the position of your hand, whereas kettlebell or a plate on a barbell, it's going to be coming like 6 to 8 inches, or about 6 to 8 inches below your grip position, okay? All right, guys, so let's go ahead and hit this real quick. Let's get our first sets in here. So again, 8 to 12 on each side. Remember, we do have other leg work in the Metcon today, so don't burn out your legs too much. All right, and next we've got our 90-90 glute lift or hip lift. So here, we're coming down to the floor. We're getting into our 90-90 position on the ground here. All right, so I got one shin right across in front of me, back foot's kind of back here out of the way. I'm gonna raise up using that glute on the leg here, push the hips up and forward. And again, 8 to 15 on these, or however many you feel is appropriate. You can go as high as you want on the reps on those, all right? And then last up on these, we've got the side hip lift. This is just kind of an active side plank. So you come on the side here. Now you can do this with a bent knee position with your knees as the fulcrum on the floor, or you can go more extended, which is going to force you to create some more torque in the hip, or in the oblique here, in the lateral core. And same thing, just a rep set that feels comfortable for you. Side. So again, guys, you can go bent knee or straight leg, whatever feels more appropriate for you. Alright, so those are your 3 movements. We're doing 3 to 5 sets. I'm going to knock out 3 sets, and then I'll start talking about the Metcon a little bit. We'll warm up the shoulders a little bit before the Metcon, and, excuse me. And yeah, so let's go ahead and knock this out. It is 8:18 right now. Try to be done with all this by 8:30. And moving on to the Metcon. The Metcon's not going to be terribly long today. It'll probably take us 10 minutes or less, be my guess. How's everybody doing with the rain yesterday? That was a depressing day. Still a little drizzly right here today. I don't think it's messing with my camera too much, so. Yeah. Tomorrow's supposed to be gorgeous though. It's supposed to be like low 70s. Sunny. I think Sunday's supposed to be warm too, but we're supposed to get some rain. Whew. One of my neighbors sounds like he's mowing his lawn right now, which is bizarre because the grass is soaked. But I don't know, to each their own. Maybe it's this lawn guy. My lawn guy came in the middle of the Sunday in the middle of the rain the other day. It's crazy. Sunday? I don't know, whatever day it was raining the other day. Yeah, so let's go on to these hip lifts. Remember guys, these are just kind of an active side plank here. So once you get this first rep up, just a light tap to the floor. All right. It's supposed to be nicer this afternoon, so I think this rain's only supposed to hold till about 10 a.m. I think the state parks are accessible. Alright, so I'm going to knock out one more set on this. You guys can keep working on these if you want to. Back over there. Same thing on these. Once you get this first rep up, just light tap with the butt to the floor, drive back up. So, you guys can keep working on those if you want to knock out another set or two. It's about 8:26 now. So, we're going to do a little bit of light shoulder warm up. Let's get ready for our shoulder to overhead in the workout here. And I'll go over the movements a little bit. And then I will talk at you, give you your announcements as usual before we get into the Metcon. That way, if you guys want to turn me off and throw some loud music on or go outside or whatever you want to do for your Metcon, you don't have to sit here and stare at me doing it. And, you know, I'm not talking to anybody who's still working at the end. So let's go ahead and get our shoulders warmed up just a little. All right, we're not going to do anything crazy. Same stuff we've been doing recently. So come on down here to the floor. You're going to give me some scapular push-ups. I want you to give me 15. All right, and then you're going to give me plank T. I want you to give me 10 to each side today. let your feet spin flat to the floor. And last thing we're going to do is we're going to do some snow angels. So you're going to come down to the floor, arms out like we're going to do a Superman. I want you to raise up. You don't need to raise your feet up off the ground, just shoulders up. Get the hands behind your head, palms still facing the floor. Come down as low as you can. Just give me 15 of these. We can come on up. All right. So, guys, today in our workout, we're doing lunges. We're doing dumbbell hang power cleans. I'm just making sure there's no water on the lens over here. And then we're going to do dumbbell shoulder overhead. So, the lunges, we're doing lunges in place. It's just a normal forward lunge. That's a little awkward for you. If it bothers your knees, you can also do a reverse lunge. I'm easy either way. If you're at home, nobody's gonna know, all right? So, after that, you got dumbbell hang power cleans. So boom, boom, boom. All right, so just swing it back, bring it to the shoulder. Once you're done with those, dumbbell shoulder to overhead. So right here, nice neutral position, one head of the bell on the shoulder. Little dip, pop. You can press it, you can push press it, you can jerk it if you want to. All right? So, it's gonna be 30, 20, 10 rep rounds, all right? We're gonna do alternating reps on the lunges and the dumbbell hang power cleans, and on the shoulder to overhead, just try to keep it even throughout the workout. So you can do 5 and 5 per round. What I will probably do is break them up by doing 10 all on one side, alternating sides round to round for the first 4 rounds. And then I'm probably going to split it 5 and 5 on the last round. Okay? But you break it up however feels comfortable for you. Just try to keep it even between the 2 arms throughout the workout. All right? So, I'm going to give you just a second. Get yourself situated. Switch this out. And then we'll 3, 2, 1, go. Before we get started, let's see, what do we got for you guys? Of course, you've been hearing the chatter. We've got the new online platform. It's going to be coming at you very soon. Can't give you a specific date when that will be live, but it will be live sooner than later. All right, so expect that in the next week or so. More details as they're available. And then what else we got? Guys, it's May. Murph is right around the corner. All right. So whether we are doing that in a park somewhere, hopefully, you know, in a perfect world, we'll be able to have the gym doors open again by that time, and we'll all be back on Norfolk Avenue doing it together. But there will be a Murph, so prepare yourselves for that. If you're not getting your running in, make sure you're getting your running in. So that is on Memorial. Not sure what date Memorial Day is. I think it's the 28th, but I won't swear to that. Yeah, no, I can't. Today's the 1st, so it can't be the 28th. I don't know. Somebody who's looking at the calendar can figure that out. So yeah, there will be a Murph this year, so don't worry about that. We'll make that happen. What else we got for you? As always, 20-minute coaching sessions, virtual sessions. You can sign up for those through the link on the website with either Katie or Yob or myself. And we'd love to talk to you, get you some advice on how to mix some of the different programs that we've been putting out, how to mix in things that you have around the house that we may not be using in the online program feeds. Yeah, or if you just want to chat, or if you want to get a movement looked at, we'd love to talk to you. Here's your feedback on everything. As always, if there's something that you guys would like to see that we're not putting out, please let us know, and we'll try to make that available or make that happen if it's within our power to do so. And as always, check us out on our individual social media feeds as well. I'm over on Instagram at The Strength Dude. Make sure that you guys have been to the CrossFit Bethesda YouTube channel. Like and subscribe to that channel. That way, down the line, we can use that in more versatile ways. I think that's all the important and interesting stuff that I have for you today. Oh, also, this afternoon it is Friday, so 5 o'clock happy hour Zoom chat. I'm sure we'll have links up for that on the social medias at some point today. So 5 o'clock happy hour Zoom chat. We'd love to see your faces. And then 9:30 a.m. tomorrow morning, coffee chat with Yob and Katie. I apologize that I can't make those, but I have another engagement on Saturday mornings that prevents me from being there. So, guys. All right, let's get this done. So, 30, 20, and 10 rep rounds. We've got the alternating lunges, the alternating dumbbell hang power cleans, and then the shoulder to overhead. Remember, alternating reps on the lunges and the hang power cleans. Shoulder to overhead, just try to keep the reps even between the two sides over the course of the workout. You can break that up in whatever way makes sense for you, okay? You guys ready to do this? Let's get it done, all right? We are gonna go in 3, 2, 1, get some. You come back to that standing position every rep. Feet together, standing tall. Moving on to those hang power cleans. Right. Oh, wow, did I just do? Yeah. Sorry guys, it's not 30, 20, 10 rep rounds. It's 30 lunges, 20. I gave you the workout wrong. I hope you guys know what you're doing, because I totally forgot about it. I just listed as 30, 20, 10, and it's 30 lunges, 20 hang power cleans. Hey guys, so as we're going here, I realized that I completely misstated the rep scheme on this workout. It is, I'm trying to count as we go, 30 lunges, 20 dumbbell hang power cleans, and 10 shoulder to overhead for 5 rounds, not 30, 20, 10 of each. I apologize for that. Yeah, because I mixed in my description of the workout. I knew I was doing 5 sets of those 10 dumbbell to overhead. I think I even described it that way, had my strategy. But for some reason said 30, 20, 10 of each for the overall rep scheme. My apologies. I'm not a morning person, so I am not altogether with it at this time of day. There's a reason Coach Chris does midday clients and evening classes. You will never see me at the early morning classes at the gym. You guys can know for future reference. If you can see Coach Chris at 5:15 class, there's something terribly wrong. Someone is sick or injured or ill. We're missing. All right, guys, I got 3 rounds down. I don't know where you guys are at. Whew. I got one to go. Whew. And time. All right. You guys keep rocking. If you're still going, I'm gonna punch out of here in a second, but keep going. Sorry about the flub on the rep scheme. Hopefully it didn't mess you guys up too much. Whew. But coaches are only human, we're not perfect. So, I think that was about where I was expecting it to be, minus the quick stop in the middle to figure out which part of the rep scheme I was right about. So, guys, if you're still working, keep working. If you're done, awesome job. I will see you all this afternoon, 5 o'clock happy hour. Be there at 9:30 a.m. Coffee chat with Katie and Yav. So I will see you next week. I think you guys have Katie for the weekend, which means I should be back on Tuesday. So take care. Have a good weekend.